weren't you?
I was.
Yeah, you were watching the Duchess of Sussex's latest Netflix series, which has had very mixed reviews, but you really enjoyed it, didn't you?
Okay, here's where I come clean, Emily. I didn't watch a single second.
In a spectacular collapse that critics are calling the final nail in the coffin of her media ambitions, Meghan Markle's highly anticipated Netflix series With Love, Meghan has officially bombed, earning the worst ratings in Netflix's original programming history for a celebrity-backed production.
Okay, I think the wording has to be put very carefully. Biggest flop where a celebrity appeared. This is not how you should say when you talk about Meghan Markle. She is not a celebrity. She is a grifter. That's really the best description of Meghan Markle. But nevertheless, according to this report, they have mentioned that Netflix, they actually put out a statement saying that this was As Ever, Meghan's As Ever, was the biggest flop. It got the worst ratings coming from this particular news.
Believed to show the picture of Archie, a never before seen picture of Archie after his birth, which we would assume would be in the Portland hospital, the ultrasound scan picture, and then this very, very incongruous picture of Meghan's bump.
This was posted on Meghan's mood board, quote-unquote mood board, as Meghan Kelly famously referred that as. And these people are, for example, Dan Wooden and other commentators. They're talking about this particular picture that Meghan posted, the mood board, for the 7th anniversary of the wedding. Now, according to these commentators, including Dan Wooden, this was in response to what people are talking about online about Meghan's moon bump. So Meghan hits back. Quote unquote, Meghan hits back. I don't personally believe that to be the case because Meghan would never hit back at something that is not true. And she knows it. She doesn't have to hit back. As I've mentioned in my other videos, all they have to do is Hattie suing people like Lady C, people like Dan Wooden, all these known royal commentators. Because that's what Hattie does the best. When it comes to the kids, these commentators, a lot of them, almost all of them, are very, very explicit in saying that these kids, they do not exist. They are not biological children of Prince Harry. Therefore, this must be investigated by the monarchy, by the palace. And according to many other people, the monarchy needs a new king for it to be done because King Charles is not going to do that. William will. The point here is that if Harry was 100% sure that these invisible surrogate kids are his, then he would have actually take them to the court or say something to oppose these commentators, royal commentators' opinion about these surrogate invisible children, that they don't exist. We have not seen that. When Meghan Markle is posting this kind of picture on the mood board, trying to hit back, quote unquote, I don't think she is really hitting back anybody. She is just doing her thing and trying to see if she can get away with it. Because in the past we have seen Meghan Markle posting Archie's pictures, Lily's pictures, whenever she would feel like it, or whenever there will be a commercial gain. For example, during Netflix shootout, they, or Meghan in this case, posted pictures. She is now on a regular basis posting pictures of Lily and Archie on Instagram page. This is another way of Meghan testing the water, all the while trying to expose or show what is 100% fake in order to sway public's opinion about the kids. Of course, she is showing these pictures to us to make her case look as if it is true. But these moon bump or this ultrasound pictures, they are not enough. We need DNA evidence, DNA proof, because these pictures can be easily edited, can be easily copied from online. It could be anybody's belly, this ultrasound picture that she posted. And therefore, I think it is time for Meghan Markle really to make a bold statement instead of posting this picture saying that, no, these are my kids, whatever you are hearing online, not true, and that Harry should also at the same time warn anybody, whoever will be saying that these kids don't exist. But of course, that is not happening anytime soon.
Harry, a YouGov poll this week shows that Harry's popularity has sunk following his BBC interview. Hardly surprising.
Yeah, this has all spectacularly backfired on him, hasn't it? I don't know who told him to give the all-tell interview advice. He's wrote a book, really. I mean, he's had the public opinion. He had a best-selling book. They were on his side. People wanted to hear about his story, but people are tired of hearing about Harry moaning in the grand scheme of things when there are so many bigger stories happening in the world right now. People are struggling to pay their bills in the UK, and you've got a multimillionaire royal who's had everything given to him his whole entire life, and now he's had a little bit of taking it away. Now he's complaining about it on our biggest broadcaster in the UK, our publicly funded broadcaster. I just don't know even where to begin with this, but it's not a surprise that this has backfired spectacularly in a poll. Will he hear about the poll? I'm told that the PR team with Harry and Meghan do hold back some bits of press. So, and we know his opinion on press. So whether he's actually going to listen to this poll or not, I've got no idea. But I think perhaps it's time for him to actually start realising that there are better and bigger stories going on in the world right now, which aren't revolving around Prince Harry's security when he does come to the UK. And on that note, he still does get security. He just needs to put in a 28-day to 30-day notice and give reason, and then they will give him some sort of security. But he's saying, obviously, that holds him back from bringing his wife and his children to the UK as well, which I can completely understand and do get that. But that's why it has gone through all the legal processes it has done. I guess now it's on the government to intervene if needed. We know that he's written a letter to Yvette Cooper, the Home Secretary in the UK, so we're just going to have to wait, and maybe that will swing the polls again. But right now, it's not looking good for Harry.
It is not looking good for Harry, and the reason it backfired, the interview he gave with BBC, is not because of what he said only. It is also what he did after the interview. If you don't remember, recently he was knocking on a wrong door looking for his friend, and he did not have much of a care for his security at all. And he just spoke about his wife, himself, his children, quote-unquote children, their security, for which he is not coming to UK to visit his father. So that doing of Harry, going to a wrong place, wrong address, without much of a security, I don't think that if there was any security, I don't know, was enough of a reason for which this entire BBC interview backfired on Prince Harry. It will continue to do so. Prince Harry will say something, and then he will do exactly the opposite. If you don't remember, guys, Harry is a big advocate for global this greenhouse or the warming happening, global warming. And he said at a UN conference, he said, quote unquote, the whole world is on fire. The next thing you know, he is taking a private jet to Colombia, to Nigeria. Not Nigeria, Colombia, I think somewhere else. I think it was when he was traveling to New York from LA. He uses private jet that pollutes the environment the most. So at the same time, on the same token, he will talk about how the whole world is on fire. So he says something, but then he does exactly the opposite of it. And in this case, it's the same thing. With the BBC interview, I'm not getting security, so I'm not going to come back to UK. But then the next thing you know is that he's walking around, going to wrong place, wrong address without security. And he doesn't care. So what he says doesn't really matter anymore. At least to me, it doesn't matter at all.
Prince William handed new royal title from King Charles. Prince William has been handed a new royal title today from his father, King Charles. Prince of Wales and the monarch attended the Order of the Bath service at Westminster Abbey together on Friday morning for the Order's 300th anniversary year. The Prince has been given the title of the Great Master of the Order during the ceremony, which includes the oath-taking and installation of 5 knights. King and the Prince of Wales also joined the procession of the officers and knights and Dame Grand Cross through the church before taking their seats in the choir.
Okay, I love this kind of news, but there is one problem. Why the king doesn't give his throne to Prince William? Why he is still doing this kind of bestowing of title to Prince William instead of just telling him that, hey, take over, deal with Meghan and Harry, I'm not able to deal with Meghan and Harry. As we know, he is keeping his distance from Harry because of the court battle for the security. He's not taking his call. He's not talking to Harry at all. Why don't you just abdicate your power, your position in the monarchy, and give it to Prince William? Then he will deal with Harry. This is with all due respect for the king. I'm not saying what the king is doing is wrong, or that he's trying to harm the monarchy in any way, shape, or form by not teaching or punishing Harry for his behavior. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that recently there is a poll where people are with this opinion, a majority of the people in UK, that Harry and Meghan's title should be stripped. And I believe this is the right time for him to step away, if he cannot, and give Prince William the power to do everything he can to make that happen. Because people don't want Meghan and Harry using those Duke and Duchess of Sussex title at all. But anyways, so this is what is happening. He is getting new titles. The king is giving him new titles. That's what you hear.
7 years of hell. Let's talk Harry and Meghan. This is GBN Royal. I'm Nana Akwe. Now today marks their anniversary. 7 years indeed. Meghan has just put out an Instagram post, pictures not yet seen. You know, the ones that you leave on your phone that never see the light of day. A mood board of photographs celebrating 7 years of marriage, ignoring the hell that they've put their families through. Let me run you through my mood board. It's called 7 Years of Hell. Let's start with the wedding. We all loved it. I punched the air when I heard he was with a mixed-race lady.
I find this very, very interesting because last year Meghan and Harry made absolutely no statement about the wedding anniversary. This time they are coming out, especially for Meghan, and making this kind of posting or talking about the anniversary and this and that. It's something very, very strange out of the blue moon. She never felt like she was having a good time with Harry after the marriage. But this time it is different. Shows you guys that Meghan is not done sucking Harry. Sorry for using that word. She has not squeezed Harry, all the lemon juice from him. She still needs him. And that pathetic loser, Dufus's, doesn't realize that. He believes that somehow she loves him.
It's their 7th wedding anniversary, right? Sun did a big piece up the other day of the 7-year itch. She's decided, in her wisdom, to put out a massive Instagram, basically it's a sort of collection of photos, a photo montage featuring treasured and at times highly personal family pictures charting their love story. I mean, for somebody who likes privacy, this is quite a revelation, isn't it?
She has, they want privacy, but they want the media. And this is why the hypocrisy is writ large with Meghan and Harry. And that is the problem. They want one thing, but they want everything on their terms. Yeah. And that is, yes, and even at the wedding she talks about how, it's a real love story, it's a fairy tale. That's what she's trying to create, that this is a fairy tale love story between these two. But at the moment, Harry looks rudderless, he's got problems with his various charities. Yeah. He's not, I don't know what he's got to do. Meghan obviously is trying to push on with her various businesses and her cooking programme, which I have to say again, you made me watch, Mike, and it was, thank you for that.
No, my pleasure.
The marriage was never something to be worth mentioning, and this is why perhaps we have seen less and less posts from Meghan Markle about the marriage, talking about it, how proud, how happy she is in the marriage, especially during the anniversaries. I mean, personally, I have not seen any post when they celebrated the 6th year of marriage, or 5th or 4th. This is the first time, again, as I said. The reason for that is very, very simple. Starting from the day one, when Meghan was bullying Charlotte, Princess Charlotte, that day of the wedding, she made her cry. She called Catherine baby brain. And then from that time onward, the Brexit happened. Then Meghan tried to open a business, open her own website, social media, everything appearing for the Invictus events. And then recently working with Netflix for the new show, doing podcast. My take is that if a marriage is successful, then most likely what you're doing with your business ventures or any other initiative that you're taking on, if the marriage is successful, those things are more likely to be successful. I don't know if I can make a correlation between the two, but I think I guess I can. If you take a look at the things that they have undertaken to accomplish Invictus Game and all of those things, these are all complete failures. She got fired from Spotify. I mean, I can go on and on. She got her book bench pulled. She had her show Pearl cancelled. This is not some people who are happy in their marriage or successful. I should use the word successful in their marriage. This is someone who was miserable. They brought that misery into the professional life, i.e. the business ventures. You might have a different take on it, but that's how I see the whole marriage of Meghan and Harry for the last 7 years. Let me know in the comment section below. See you in the next video.